Man, it's been a crazy 2 weeks, I'll tell you that. We missed you. Yeah, it's been honestly, I'm gonna be real. It's been great. Uh, like, there's been a bunch of people who reached out to me. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been fine. Like, I've been so good. I've been relaxed, man. Like, I've been sitting around playing video games, fucking around. I cleaned up pretty much half of my whole fucking house. The only reason I couldn't do the other half is there's so much fucking garbage in the house. I don't know where to put everything. So I posted a couple of pictures in my on my Twitter. Let me see if I can find some of it right here. So I posted, this was my kitchen before the situation. So basically I had, like, yeah, this is what happened. And, you know, kitchen was pretty dirty. I thought it was pretty dirty. And, I sent this to someone, and this is what it looks like now. I sent this to someone, and you know what they said? They said your sink was white. They didn't even know. They had no idea. They didn't even know what color my sink was. And so, yeah, so I cleaned up my whole kitchen, and, basically, for the first 10 days of my suspension, I probably spent 5 hours on the computer total across all those 10 days. Like, like, back in the day, you guys, this is, like, way before anybody I was making content, like, on the internet, because it was, like, in 2004, 2002, right? I used to spend 8 hours playing video games. I used to spend 8 hours being outside, active, physical, running around, doing crazy shit. And I used to spend 8 hours sleeping, right? Like, that was my life. And I would be outside, like, building forts, like, going out into the woods, like, doing stuff all the time. And, like, then World of Warcraft came out. And at that point, that 8 hours turned into 16 hours. And the 8 hours from going outside turned into 0. And so it was really good because, like, I've been exercising and, like, you know, doing all this stuff. I've been physically active probably like 4 or 6 hours a day. And I feel great. I do. I really feel great. It feels awesome. Like, I've been totally relaxed. Everything's been good. So, yeah. Nothing changed. Yeah, I've been cooking myself steaks. I've been, like, walking down to the store again. And, honestly, you know, there's a lot of shit that so I've been really debating, do I react to my own apology video or not, right? And it's like, it would be really fucking funny if I did that, right? But we'll see what happens, right? I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll probably just paraphrase a lot of things. But there were a lot of things. It would really be funny, right? But anyway, so there were a lot of things that I was going to talk about, and, like, things that I kind of saved for stream, right? Because, like, I didn't really want to go over everything. But I'll go through some of the stuff that I did at my house. And so, like, I got banned, and, like, I'm, like, sitting there, like, in Oblivion or, like, a Fallout in PC, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what do I do with my time? What, like, now I'm not streaming. Like, what do I do with 8 hours or 10 hours of my day? And so, yes, I'm back from the Shadow Realm, exactly. And so I'm sitting there, and I don't really know what the fuck to do with myself. And then, do you feel better in a cleaner house? There was a lot more mold in the house than I thought there was. There really was a lot of mold. I had no idea. Yes. Are you still a bad person? Yeah, but I'll do a better job at hiding it. Anyway, so the point is that, I went through and I was like, okay, well, what else am I gonna do, right? And, anyway, so I was like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna clean up my house. I don't have anything else to do. I might as well do that. And so, please hire professionals to mold. So I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I don't have a high enough item level to fully clean my house. Because there are tools and gear sets that are available in, you know, Encourage and Nax 40 that I'm still in, like, BWL gear or maybe, you know, Molten Core gear to do. So I'm gonna need to bring in professionals to do, like, cleaning of, like, down here because I simply don't have the tools for it, right? There are, like, professional grade tools They usually use these on houses where like people die in them and then like the corpse rots into the sofa. And so they have to bring in people in hazmat suits. So we'll probably have to do something like that. But otherwise, yeah, I will have to do that. But that's beside the point. I will do that, but other than that, I wanted to clean it all up myself because it was primarily my mess that I created. If I have a maid service come in and clean up my house, you know, I didn't really do anything. And I was like, I need to do this for myself because like getting banned and like, so this is the first one, right? So like I cleaned up my whole kitchen and everything. Like I swear to God, like I spent, I'm not even kidding you, 6 hours going through mail. Like this fucking thing I bought at Office Max, this entire fucking thing is so, because I was going through mail for like 4 years. Like this is like, you know, bank statements from 2020. You got to maintain it though. Maintaining it is super easy. Okay? And if you don't believe me, you can look at my car right now. My car is fucking spotless. There is nothing in my car. There is no garbage in my car. You can ask anybody who's been in my car. I never have problems at all in my car. And so like this entire, like this table was like full of garbage. There was like, I think there was like a rat that came in from the ceiling and it fell down on the table and it got a bunch of dirt there. And so now everything's totally clean and everything like that. Some people were looking at this right here. I do want to address something. There are people looking at this right here and thinking to themselves, wow, this is green. Asmon really is changing his life. He's eating vegetables, right? It's like lettuce or something like that. I'm sorry to disappoint, but this is actually cake frosting on a cookie cake that I bought for myself personally. It was a Halloween cookie cake. I bought it at the grocery store for just myself, and I've been eating it myself. Now, I have been punished for that. I decided, I thought it'd be a good idea. I ate 25 cookies in 24 hours. And then I threw up somehow 28 cookies in the next 2 hours. And so, crazy situation there. Yeah, I know, it was a lot of cookies. A lot of cookies. So, which was good, right? Because like that gave me the opportunity to, you know, I cleaned up my my bedroom too. So like, like the only thing that I have left, I thought it would be a good meme. I didn't do a lot of this on stream because I was like, this is like, it's stupid. Like I'm not gonna like clean everything up on stream for content. Like this is like my life. I'm trying to fix my life, right? But I will clean out my closet on stream. Because I have so much stuff in there, and I was like, okay, this is like easy, and I can just put it there. I'll probably do that in a few days. I've got a lot of other things to do, like in the next 4 or 5 days, and so like I want to make sure I'm getting through all of that. Yeah, exactly, right? Because you know, yeah, Slim Shady, right? And so I thought it would be funny. Anyway, so yes, I will do that. I cleaned out like all of the only closet that I haven't cleaned out is the closet with all of the, like, it's so old that we have, like, VHS tapes. Like, fucking, like, taped over, like, Star Wars, you know, fucking Return of the Jedi and shit like that, right? And so, yeah, that's gold, right? And so I haven't cleaned that one out. But otherwise, I've cleaned out every other closet. It took me a really, really long time. And it was nuts. The Ancient Archives, yeah, exactly, right? And, like, I was throwing away stuff from, like, 1994 and stuff like that. It was crazy. And I found a receipt. This is kind of funny. So I found a receipt from 2008. So, as you can see, this is 2008, January 29th, right? And so this, I guarantee you, probably is, like, me and my dad going there. Because, like, I was in high school at this time. And somehow I still had a receipt like this, and it was inside a drawer. That's why it didn't get damaged or anything like that. And so Nick posts this tweet, and he did some like partnership with Kamala Harris or something like that. And I saw Nick getting like a bunch of hate for it. And I was like, oh, okay, I know what to do, right? I'm gonna post something funny, so that way everybody talks about my thing instead of Nick's thing. And so I'm like, okay, good. And so I post this receipt. Fucking everybody starts talking about this, and they start taking it super seriously, where they're like, back whenever Trump is gonna make chicken free whenever he's back. Like, what do you mean? And like, I thought this was just funny. I thought it was fucking funny. But somehow people took this really seriously. But I found a lot of these relics of the past, right? Are I calling you a sellout? No, it was about, people were unhappy about Nick doing that. I don't know. This isn't a KFC sponsorship. AOE taunted them. I did. Well, because like the way I look at it is that it's always better in my mind for other people to get the hate, for me to get the hate instead of other people that are my friends. Because like, I'm not gonna do like a Batman thing, right? But like, I can take it. I can deal with it. It's not a big deal. So it's like, I know that it negatively affects a lot of other people. So I think to myself, okay, well, I can deal with this myself. I'm the Lich King, right? Exactly. And so that's my mindset on it. And anyway, so yes, that's, you know, there was $3 to get food on KFC back then, which was crazy to think. It was insane. And so anyway, Medium, yeah, exactly, I'm Twitter Jesus. Yes, I've died for apparently everybody else's sins on Twitch. And so anyway, I cleaned that up. This was my living room. That's right. Yep. And I cleaned the entire fucking thing. And all of this, by the way, like, for example, like, these are plates that my mom bought for Cody. Cody hasn't been able to pick them up yet. And so they've just been sitting here for, like, really a couple of years. These are boxes for, like, unboxing on stream. This is a box for, like, Imaru. And, like, this is some other box. Like, so and these are, I'm giving this stuff away to, like, Salvation Army or something like that. And so, like, a lot of the things that you still see here are just, like, in transit. But, like, everything, for all intents and purposes, is clean. Right? Like, everything's done. Like, I'll vacuum it eventually, right? But otherwise, it's pretty much done. So, yeah. And I'm glad, man. Vacuum? Yeah, sure, right? I'm really glad. And it's been a long time coming. I'll tell you guys that. So, basically, like... you still talk with your friends on Twitter? Yeah, no, I've got, like, so, basically... I guess I can kind of talk about, like, some personal stuff that I've been going through and, like, stuff that I've been dealing with. And this has been, like, things that I'm very much like a person where I will share things on stream, but there will be other things that I deliberately do not share. And the reason why is, like, I don't like talking about problems that I have because I think that that's, like, it's like emotional masturbation. And I would rather only talk about them after they've been resolved or dealt with or in one way or another, you know, addressed, right? And so now I've pretty much addressed them. So basically all of this stuff happened, and everybody from like OTK and like Starforge and everybody has been massively fucking supportive to me. Like, you know, especially like tips and like obviously like Tectone has been fucking in the trenches for me. But, you know, Nick and Sfand and Imaru and Miz, right? Everybody, they've been totally on my side. They've been really supportive. Will reached out to me, right? What a great guy. And so I have nothing but positivity, but I've got to tell you guys that my involvement, like, I had too many things going on in my life, and it was driving me fucking insane. It was, like, legitimately ruining my life. Like, I had no time for myself. I was constantly stressed out. I had so many things going on, and I couldn't think about anything. I like, and for my mindset, it's always, like, just always keep going. Always keep going. It doesn't matter, like, if something bad happens, just keep dealing with it. You know, like I never miss a day for stream, right? And to be fair, I want to let you guys know, so the day that I got banned, I was driving home to get, I probably shouldn't say this, but I was checking my phone and driving, and I saw on Discord, somebody said, oh, I saw the suspension. I was like, and I remember thinking like, oh, I got suspended. And you know what I fucking felt like? I felt like Frodo at the end of Lord of the Rings. Whenever the ring's destroyed, I'm like, fine, it's over, right? Like, I'm fucking released. And so I did, I'm free. Yes, it's done. And so anyway, so I'm doing that, and I like come back, and it's like a 14-day suspension. I'm like, okay, whatever, right? And so then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to think about like what I really want to do, etc. But I was going to stream that day because that was the day that like I think the New World thing came out, and I was like, I guess I'll play this and fuck around with it. But you know, that didn't happen. And so yeah, that's what it is. Twitch is burning in hell. Oh, well, yeah, basically, right? So like I talked to I talked to people in OTK, and like, you know, like Tips and I had a conversation, and we were like, you know, like this is kind of like an issue and everything. And I was like, a lot of people, you guys need to understand, we were like talking around it, and I just said, I said, I was like, how about I just take a step back from everything? And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, he's like, okay. And I'm like, okay. Fucking great. I get to relax. Thank fucking God. I want to say, like, with this, like, I totally am on board with them. Like, there's no issue. Like, I'm not angry at them. There's no resentment. There's nothing. I am nothing but love, nothing but support. And I even, you know, I've like, these are my friends too, keep in mind, right? And so keep that in mind. Some of my responsibilities, yeah, I mean, of course, obviously I can help if they need something, you know, if they need me to help or want insight on something, sure, I'd offer advice. But otherwise, I'm very glad to like kind of be able to like live my own life for a while. And I feel like after, like pretty much like after my mom passed away, I spent like 3 years just kind of distracting myself in different ways. And I had so many things going on that I could never really take a break and like really like kind of like, because you guys remember like back in the day, like for anybody who's like an old viewer, right? Old viewer, you would remember how like the stream would go like this, right? It would be like everything is like it's going like this, and then I take a break, and then it goes back up, and then I take a break, and then it goes back up, right? Because I'm the kind of person, I'm a very socially maladjusted person. And because I'm such a socially maladjusted person, whenever I'm around people for long enough, I basically turn into the worst version of myself possible. And I've been spending 3 years devolving into that. And the reason I put out the video and the apology is like, yeah, obviously, like, you know, bad vocabulary, shouldn't have said what I said about the Palestine thing. It was a bad way to say it, right? I mean, not in a way like, obviously, like, terrorists are bad, but to say everybody there is a terrorist, everybody there is bad, that's just, you shouldn't say that. It's a wrong thing to say. And the truth is that, like, if you read the TOS, the way I said, it's bad phrasing. Yeah, it was bad phrasing. You read the TOS, I broke the TOS, I got suspended. That's fair. It is, it's fair. It's generalizing. No, it's generalizing. And the funny thing is I've spoken against that many times. I did it myself. And thank God I did that, because it gave me a chance to actually sit down and think about, what am I doing with my fucking life? What the fuck am I doing? And so I sit there and I'm thinking about myself, don't be a coward. No, the thing is, like, so people, a lot of people said that, and I saw this comment a lot, but I didn't really read, like, a lot of my YouTube videos, etc. I really actually don't read, like, 90% of them. 90% of the comments. But I did read a few of the comments. People are like, oh, Asmongold bent the knee, right? The funny thing about this is that this is the way that I see it, right? Is that I think this is the first time that I didn't bend the knee. Because I feel like there have been a lot of circumstances in the past, like, year, 2 years, where I have let my ego, I have let my... you know, my desire to be, like, you know, right, or like I've let kind of like a negative impulse or something like that. I've let all of those things kind of take control of me. And in the process of like letting those things take control of me, I've fucked my own life up, basically. And so I think this is the first time that I actually did, you know, take a step back and think about, like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my time? And why am I doing that? And so I think that, in fact, it's the opposite. This is the first time I didn't do that. And allowing yourself to be wrong is liberating. Yeah, and it's not really just about like that one thing. Like there's been a lot of things, and like so like I'll give like some examples of stuff, right? Like when I put out the thing about that girl winning the streamer of the year thing, I think her name was Rivers. I was totally an asshole about that. I was completely wrong. I was a massive dickhead. I should have never said that, right? And like that was one of the things, right? It was because I should have never said that. I was being a dick. And there was that. There was, no, it was. And if you look back, I was. And the other one was fruit. So she like put out this thing, and like people were saying that like she cheated on her husband, and I put that out there and I didn't do enough checking on it. Somebody reached out to me, told me it was wrong. I deleted the video, but at the end of the day, I put out content that negatively affected other people. That was, and I have no problem negatively affecting other people. That's fine, but not if I'm fucking wrong. Not if I'm fucking, like, sure, that's fine, but I need to be right about it, you know? And so there's things like that. And then there's also like other minor things, right? Like, for example, like Moon. I was way too much of a dick about the Moon thing. I was. And yes, Moon is a high roader and it's annoying, right? But at the same time, I did not need to go that hard. I did not need to be that big of an asshole. And I'm just being a dick. Just being a fucking asshole. And at the end of the day, if I'm not checking that and taking like a degree of accountability for that, then what's going to happen is it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And it did. It did. Thank God. And so, yes, that's what it was. But it was funny. But the thing is that like, it's about tone. And it's about tone and it's about vibes. I think that I can make fun of people and have it be a little bit less mean-spirited. I'm not going to stop making fun of people. You think I'm going to stop making fun of? No, absolutely fucking not. No. But like, try to have a little bit more fun with it. So, but what's going to be different? Basically, whenever I made that video, one of the other things that I was kind of sorry for is like, I feel like my stream, like, for example, like if you look at, for example, this is like my stream, okay? It's a circle. Imagine this is a circle. I feel like in like 2021 and 2020, like this was my stream where it was like a bunch of different things that I would do. And each different thing had like its own value. And now what I think has happened is that my stream has basically been like this, right? And so you have, it's a pizza. Yeah, it's basically a pizza, and it's a cheese pizza with no pepperonis on it, which is bad, by the way. Those are bad. And so anyway, what ended up happening is, you know, I pretty much focused only on like doing like one type of content. And I stopped doing other things that were beyond that, right? I stopped doing like my P.O. Box streams. Like I have so much P.O. Box shit to go over. Oh my God, I have so much stuff to go over for the P.O. Box. And so there's definitely that. There's Cyberpunk. Well, it's not, and the thing is that it's not just games. It's not. So what my plan is I want to like kind of shift like 20% of my content to being that 20% of content that like back in the day was the stuff that people really enjoyed, right? Whether it's like PC rating competitions or whether it's like, you know, like we've got plans, we're going to be doing a Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero tournament. I've been talking to some of my mods about it, etc. And also, by the way, and there's not going to be any topics that I'm going to be like avoiding, okay? Keep this in mind. It's not like I'm not going to talk about certain things or I'm going to avoid certain things now or anything like that. It's a matter of tone and direction. Why would I do that? Like it's yeah, that's not going to happen. But it's a matter of like proportion and degree, tone, style, and vibes, right? I think that's what it is more than anything. So whenever I look at like, I made a list, Okay, I made a list because I didn't want to, let me see here. I didn't want to miss anything. So, let's see here. Yep, PC setup. Oh, we're going to be doing fast food reviews again. This was something that I did back in the day. I did it pretty regularly, and we're going to start trying to do that again, too. Yes, I'm excited for that. And I'm also thinking about doing a... I thought about rating viewer dating profiles. I thought that would be really, really funny. I'm not really sure whether that's going to happen or not, but we'll see what happens. And we're going to do... I'm going to do a stream. It's going to be a competition. Recently, some kid killed himself because of an AI. And so I thought it would be a pretty fun competition for me to use each different type of AI, like language model, and then talk to it long enough and see which one can tell me to kill myself the first. You know, I think that'll be pretty fun. How about that? Yeah, so we're going to do that. That's exciting. And, you know, we'll do that. Talk to it. No, all right, let's rock. But, and we're also going to do, so I guess I can kind of pull back the curtain a little bit on this. Whenever I was involved with, like, all of, you know, the other stuff, like with Mad Mushroom and, like, Starforge and everything, it put me in kind of a weird spot if I wanted to do, like, the Shame Awards. Because it was like, okay, well, we're working with companies that make games and making games ourselves, so it could be seen as bad. So now we will be doing the Shame Awards. And I've been talking about it. I've been dealing with some people. And I am extremely fucking excited. I'm going to tell you guys that. I am very excited to do that. So, yeah, that's the plan. And I've got some other, like, minor things. Like, I wanted to do a, like, a mining stream. I know it sounds weird, right? But, like, I was going to go out to, like, you know, a place where you can, like, mine, like, crystals and emeralds and, like, or not emeralds, but, like, crystals and minerals. And then take the ones that we're able to find and then give them out to people in chat. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. Like, it's just, like, cool streams like that. Just, like, cool, interesting, like, different things to do, right? I have, like, a mining kit and everything. In real life, yes, a real life Minecraft, exactly. And so, like, the plan really for me now is, like, I don't want to change a whole lot, but I do want to change a little bit. And I think that that little bit will make a really big ripple effect, and it will change a lot of things, too. About steak and eggs, I recorded an episode yesterday. Yeah, I'm still doing the podcast. It's not a big deal. So that's been where I've been at. That's what I'm thinking. And that's it. What about visiting the Middle East? I talked to S-Fan and Nick about that last night. Thinking probably about this time, somewhere around now, next year. That's right. I think it's gonna be fucking insane. And I'm gonna stream the entire thing. I'm gonna stream the entire fucking thing. I'm super excited.